Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and we are back for some more F1 24 driver career mode for round number 10, I believe? Round number 10 of the Spanish Grand Prix. We're back, and if you not checked out the last video, please go check that out below. It was the Canadian Grand Prix. If you not checked that out, please go check that out below. Spoiler alert, it was a damage limitation-esque weekend. So it was fairly tough to get the car right, and overall myself just really struggled a lot with pace. And yeah, so we try to bounce back, and we come to Spain, where is a pretty strong track, I'd say, of mine. But again, I don't know where the car would really stand, but I expect maybe to have a good weekend. But there's your driver standings. We're sitting P9 on 44 points. Thankfully, we're just ahead of Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes, and right behind George Russell in the Mercedes as well. So yeah, we sit P6 in the constructor standings on 44 points. Gasly is yet to score points this season. Well, I lied. He did score points. I forgot about Canada, but yeah. So we mainly have been carrying Alpine in our back, but Gasly has finally arrived. Clearly, is not been comfortable with his cars, so yeah, it's good to have him back. But yeah, it is time for some upgrades. We have some upgrades coming onto the car already. There's some things that have been failed, so Gasly has been putting money into the durability department, which is not smart, but okay. So yeah, we do have a big weight redistribution upgrade, which that actually has failed. So that is not a good sign to the start of this weekend. That's not good, and parts of the chassis are failing. That was a minor weight reduction upgrade that was going to come on ready for Spain, but looks like it's going to have to get pushed back for Austria. So hopefully that'll give us a big performance boost. That should give us a performance boost, and even the roll dampers have failed. The gearbox has passed, but yeah, upgrade. Okay, so all performance upgrades have failed besides durability upgrades. So nice shafting game. Appreciate that. So no upgrades for this weekend. Only stuff in durability. Thanks, Pierre, for investing money into that. Smart man. But yeah, so we'll be down a lot this weekend. But here's your the standings of where we sit. Slowly creeping up to the top teams, but just not there yet. I mean, I expect Austria maybe to get there a little bit closer, but again, it might be difficult to see what happens. So, but yeah, practice was alright. It wasn't anything really to talk about. It was just really a struggle. So yeah, we'll just have to push forward. But it's time for qualifying here around Spain, and let's go try to at least bag in a good result.
It's a Catalonian qualifying for you today. Welcome along to Spain, to Barcelona, and wherever you are in the world. Do you feel the need for speed?
Alright, Crofty, that was pretty cringy, but I could say something better. But yeah, here we are, ready for qualifying here around the Spanish Grand Prix. They did fix the bump at turn 13, the last couple of corners. I think they did. I mean, I hope they did. But yeah, again, really been struggling a lot this weekend as well. Really down a lot on pace. Mainly myself, I just can't get the grips with this track, which is kind of weird because Spain is usually one of my better circuits, I believe. I think it's just, you know, again, it's just been a struggle really, and it's not looking good on our resume if we want to get a top drive, considering that we just turned down RB for a contract for next year. But yeah, so first lap, P7, just behind Pierre Gasly. I think we weren't behind Pierre for that long, or not that far. So yeah, we're pretty close with Pierre. We did get fastest first sector, so yeah. But we go out again for the second lap, and obviously it was a decent lap, and well, there goes track limits. So recharge and we go again. Yeah, especially track limits. It's gonna be a struggle this weekend too. Flat curbs around Catalonia, easy to go over the white line, so we have to try again. Obviously, that corner has been pretty difficult for me to get right, especially into the braking zone. Very twitchy in the brakes, but especially getting a lot of understeer through that part of the track. But we get through it. Thankfully, we've only found about 2/10. Now a tenth now this lap, so we're not finding too much time, but we're just getting up there, and we're not really getting now a lot of time. We're losing a lot of time now, so we got to flat out. We actually had to get off the gas there, but about a tenth, maybe 2/10 up on this lap, and that's going to put us P8. So that should be Q2. I don't think that can't be. That is going to be Q2. Okay, good. I think Q1 was going to be impossible. I don't think that was going to be a knockout. Q2 was easily going to be seen on the cards. Gasly's 13th. There's your bottom 5. Alex Albon, Valtteri Bottas, Zhou Guanyu, Nico Hulkenberg, and Logan Sargent, my fellow American, is also out. So yeah, both Saubers, both Williams, and one of the Haas's, and Magnussen just sneaks through, same as Ricardo and Tsunoda. But yeah, as we prep for Q2, again, I don't think Q3 is on the cards. I think it's going to be a struggle. Yes, that lap was good, but again, once you don't bring upgrades to a track and once everybody else kind of catches up to you, it's going to be difficult. And again, it's going to be a struggle, really, I believe, this weekend. And again, it's already kind of proving it right. And especially through some corners, we're really struggling a lot. And there's a lot of understeer through there. And we actually have lost the car completely on the exit. And that is not a good look already. Well, we got to try to get out the way of Russell. Probably just horrendous his lap. So let's get back going. Flick spin it, and we do. So not a good first lap. So we go again. It's through these corners, just understeer like crazy, and no front end. I have nothing. I've changed the setup. I've tried to do a lot during the set, but we're just getting so much understeer, and that's an invalidate, and we're out of qualifying. That's an invalidation, and we're out of it. And this weekend has just gone from bad to worse. I got nothing. Like, I have nothing in this car. I am trying, but I have nothing. I have no speed, no front end, nothing, man. And that's it for qualifying. So we didn't even set a lap in, and maybe we could have gotten out maybe a little earlier to prevent that. But I thought, maybe one run is all we need. Gasly gets it knocked out though. He missed out by, I believe, about 3/10. So he missed out by Lance Stroll. So it looks like the top 5 teams have kind of boosted forward. Alonso goes fastest though. Home hero. Sainz is P6, and yeah, so it has been a struggle, and I think we're gonna take a new engine. As we start last, I feel like it's just smart to pop in a new engine. We will have to take an engine penalty some point this season. I think this is an opportunity to take a new engine. We are risking of our early DNF, but I am perfectly fine with that. I think a new engine would just be a lot better. And to be fair, I think even if we did do that penalty, we probably would have to take it maybe towards the end of the season. And I don't really want to take a grid penalty towards the end of the season if we're going to be into the fight in the constructors or wherever we stand, or if one of the teams behind us catches up. So yeah, new engine. Hopefully should get us better results. But yeah, I'm ready for Spain. So let's get ready to the race. Damage limitation once again.
So many eventful races here in Barcelona over the years. Do you remember Max Verstappen's first win on debut for Red Bull here in 2016? 2 years before, we had the dramatic coming together of Hamilton and Rosberg going towards turn 4. There's always a treat in store as we head back to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and we welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector, shortening lap times and reducing the total running to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was actually the original setup for the track, and it hasn't been used since 2007. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Hamilton, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Gasly, Ricardo, Magnussen, Oscar Piastri, Tsunoda, Cowboy, Albon, Bottas, Zhou, Hulkenberg, and Logan Sargent. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Rose. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to kart and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Okay, so we were mid-table last race. Not bad, but we can do better.
Welcome to the grid. Ready for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's going to be a 33 lap race, and before yeah, so there's a glitch. We took a grid penalty, which I assumed we were going to get sent to the back of the grid, but it looks like we're still starting P15, so nice logic, EA. Just smart people. So yeah, I think we're going to go medium to the hard tire. Before, I think this would be the best strategy. Maybe mediums to the end, but I just don't believe in the soft tires. I have doubts with these tires. Pierre is going the top strategy. I just think this would ultimately be the best option that we got. So yeah, but anyway, here we go for the 5 red lights here. Around Catalunya, lights out, and away we go for the Spanish Grand Prix. We get a decent start ahead on the medium tires. A lot of people around us are on the soft tires, so they're going to get a better start than us. Here comes Alex Albon, though. He's down on the inside line, and we're going to go around the outside. We lose a little bit on the brakes there, and very twitchy on the brakes. Cold tires at the start as well. We didn't really warm up the tires very well. Kevin Magnussen as well. He's going to go with 3 wide up into the one of the fastest parts of the circuit completely, and we're now around the outside of Yuki Tsunoda here. We go around the outside, we brake a little bit too late, and that's actually going to put Albon in that position, and Albon gets ahead. So then we have to send one back down the inside. Cold tires still, once again, the front end will not warm up, and especially that front right tire, it would not warm up whatsoever. I'm sliding all over the place. These tires are not working, and now Bottas is going to capitalize on us, so we are really in the bin here at this race start, and it's not going so well either. So we have to keep pushing forward, see how close we can get to Bottas, but again, these tires, it's mainly the fronts. The rear's warmed up, but the front tires are not, especially that front right. Tire pressures are all the way up to the max, I believe. And, well, that tire says, no, screw you. I don't want to warm up. So we're really going to be facing it. Again, I don't know, maybe got to touch more curb, maybe got to weave. I think, honestly, I'm going to probably have to weave down the straight to get temperature in that tire. It's been difficult to get the tires warmed up on this year's game, and what we're seeing it here is we're going to weave down the straight. Hopefully no penalty for weaving and not breaking the slipstream with Logan Sargent. But, yeah, so we keep going on lap 2 now. And Albon and not Hulkenberg, I believe that was Magnussen. They've been fighting a little bit for positions. Gasly's had a good start, though. He's up there in the points, so go on Pierre. And we chase Bottas, and on lap 3, still chasing Bottas, but I don't have any pace on these mediums, and Bottas has no pace. To be fair, he's in a Sauber, so that car has no pace, but even Tsunoda is struggling too, so the soft tire runners are gaining a lot compared to the medium tire runners, and this is not a good start. This has really been kind of a bad start, I'd say, on my side, and I have to try to keep pushing forward to catch up to Bottas, but yeah, these tires are not really warming up so well, and I think we're seeing it that maybe the soft tires maybe were the preferred strategy, but I second guess the team, as I do a lot, and we're facing the consequences. So yeah, but we are in the DRS range of Bottas, but we actually go off to an off-track excursion. Lost a little bit on the entry. Yeah, its car is a bit twitchy in some areas, so yeah. But lap 5 now. Losing about 3 seconds now to Albon, but we have a great run on Bottas here. We're going to go down the inside on Valtteri Bottas, and we make that move clear, and we are around him, and let's see what he's got to respond. Again, the soft tires should fall off around lap 8 to 10, I believe is when they fall off, but as you can tell, nothing is... I can't even catch up to Albon. Their soft tires are so pretty strong. Sargent's got nothing. That is our rival, I guess you could say. But yeah, look at the tire difference. So obviously obviously the front right doesn't want to warm up, and it's warmed up now. But the wear obviously on the left side is bigger because obviously we're using too much curb, and especially more pressure is getting pushed onto those tires, which is not really helping. But on lap 7, I'm very twitchy now, and I am struggling to find pace. and it has been really bad. I have nothing in this car. I am trying to give it my all, but again, the pace is not there, and you can tell by Valtteri all over the back of us, it's really been horrendous, and we're losing about 4 seconds. We're losing Marcus Omier, we're about losing like half a second per lap, and then we would slowly creep back in, but when they got DRS, they could just pull away from you. When I don't got DRS, it's impossible. So yeah, we pulled a gap from Bottas. Maybe we could try to go up there with Magnussen and Albon, but I doubt it. Again, we have no pace, and I don't think with upgrades is really gonna help it out anyways. But let's take a look and see what's happening up here. Verstappen leads, I believe. That is Verstappen ahead of Perez, so we have an RB12, and there is the Ferraris. Gasly sitting up there in P8, I believe, P10 maybe, with Ricciardo all over the back of Gasly, and Pierre's been going really strong. He's behind one of the Astons as well. So yeah, that's that big train of cars, and again, still, they say they fixed the massive DRS trains. Well, I smell BS, because that is a massive train right there of cars, and clearly no one can overtake. And again, these DRS trains are horrendous, but we're slowly catching back up to that pack. Slowly catching, but Pierre comes into the pits, so pit stops are beginning. And they should go on to the medium tire, I believe, because they are on the preferred strategy. And they might honestly have an edge. And we'll have to see what the pace is on the medium tire compared to the hard. But maybe I expect the medium to be, well, judging by real life in Spain, the medium was the preferred race tire. And obviously I recorded this before the actual Spanish Grand Prix. So, yeah. It's gonna be a hellhole, I guess you could say. But look at those tires, man. The front, look at those. Look at that wear and tear. 47% already on that front left, and pretty low on there. So yeah, we're coming to the pits now. We're sitting P7, but we're gonna come into the box, and well, let's go for it. Hard tires it is. I could have maybe go soft, but that softs would fall off like a rock. So yeah, it wouldn't be very well. But yeah, Pierre Gasly sets a one fast lap now, 114.5, and we come out the pits very good. Zhou's in the pits, Tsunoda's in the pits. We have a yellow flag. I think that is one of the Mercedes, or not one of the Mercedes. I believe it's Alex Albon actually in the Williams is actually coming around there, and he's actually going to get into the pit lane entry of the exit. And we had to get around him there, but that was pretty dangerous by Alex. A little bit dangerous, but thankfully our good reaction times were able to avoid that. Coming at it pretty fast. That screams airplane crash if I've ever seen it. But with that stop though, Bottas has capitalized, and well, he's got pace. And tires will not warm up. They refuse to warm up. I've weaved, I've done everything. They will not warm up, but we're good to defend the inside line. And lose a little bit in the exit, and massive slide. And I think that was just too much curb. But at this point on lap 20, Bottas gets I believe that is Bottas getting around us. Or yes, he did get around us. Thankfully, I wouldn't say thankfully, but we lose a position once again. But everybody else though, people on the hard tires, well, they got nothing. And George Russell, he's shown it. He's got no pace. Everybody is struggling, like everyone is. And well, Gasly's on the mediums, and he's actually up there in the top 5. Gasly's in the mix of the race win, y'all, and he is up there with, I believe that is Alonso, Perez, Sainz, or that is Charles. I think that is Sainz, and obviously Verstappen is leading, because who else would be leading in F1? You know, it's got to be him. But yeah, so. Well, this weekend is just going from bad to worse, and, well, we're feeling it now because no tires, no pace. I have no brakes, no tires, we're out the points, I don't really care too much. Famous Alonso line of the 2018 French Grand Prix. But here comes, I think that is Ricciardo down the inside of, there's Russell, and yeah, Ricciardo's pace on the mediums is strong. Here comes Lance Stroll, though, those two are best friends, really good best friends, actually. They're best friends entirely, especially in China this year. But here comes, I believe that was Hulkenberg, or not Hulkenberg, that I get mixed up with the helmets. That was Magnussen, but he got around Russell. So yeah, Russell is out the points, and he is suffering from the hard tires. But yeah, so everybody is. It's not like everybody is, but the medium should call back into our window. But clearly, you know, it's not. And well, I'm capitalizing on Bottas now, but I feel like my race is already kind of in the bin because I can't get close, and when I try to get close to him, it's just impossible. So yeah, it's gone. It's been really bad, and I was, before this weekend, I was like, okay, maybe I could run long, but especially with Spain, especially taking place in the summertime with hot temperatures, I feel like the hard tire just doesn't suit well, and well, now we know for next time to go with mediums instead of the hard tires. So yeah, kind of a horrible start, but Hulkenberg, he's not even gaining now. He was gaining a lot, but he had a fight with Tsunoda and I believe Sargent and also Zhou Guanyu. That Zhou Guanyu, who was in that train as well. So yeah, it's been horrible. But overtake Bottas by 27. Well, sorry, but that's impossible for me. But well, we're gonna get around him on lap 27. We got DRS. We got that move done. And yeah, it was just a fight between, well, when your teammate's up there in P5, when you're sitting P14, is not a good look. And it's not a good look for me personally because, well, I want to top, again, we could extend with Alpine, but this is probably not a good look for Alpine if we want to reach our contractual target. I think I've kind of already, I don't feel like I've earned enough to keep this seat. To be fair, yes, we do have a race win under our belt, but you can't just have one good result. You need to be consistent, and we showed a lot with consistency this year, and there's a yellow flag actually up there by the updated corner of the track. I don't know who that is. That might be one of the Red Bulls, and that is one of the Red Bulls. And that actually has cost a safety car. Safety car deployed on lap 27. So I don't know what happened. That was Sergio Perez that had his spin. He probably just floored it, and he did. And wow, that's not a good place to be. And you get stuck. You know, stuck. Oh, you're just okay. He goes into reverse, and then the yellow flags are gonna come out, I'm assuming. But that kind of helped. I'd say that kind of helped everybody at this point in the grid. It doesn't help me though because, well, I feel like again, if on the hard tires, it probably would have been horrible. But yeah, we go into the pits now. We're out the points. I want to go aggressive, and I'm going to go soft tires, and I'm going to push all the way to the end. Safety car should come in around lap 29. And during this time, my wheel disconnected. So to make matters worse, my wheel disconnects. Everything froze on my dash, and everything was glitching. So we reset the wheel, and we go back going. And during that time, Gasly, bad luck continues as another engine failure for Pierre, man. That is heartbreaking, and he was running in P5. That could have been big points for the team, and judging by that, that is downright horrible. I feel so sorry for Pierre, but we have to keep going. It's the harsh reality. We've been really unreliable this season. I have yet to have an engine failure myself, but Pierre has had multiple engine failures this season, and his bad luck keeps on continuing. But here we go for the safety car restart now. 3 laps to go. Let's see what we can get points, but we have to charge all the way up to P10. But we have some fast guys around us. We got Zhou Guanyu, Logan Sargent, and again, the Ferrari engine. We have a weak engine compared to Ferrari. They got a strong engine, and Kick Sauber's pretty quick in the straight line, but we don't have good straight line speed. We have horrible straight line speed. So yeah, but we get around Zhou pretty easily. We should be flying on the soft tires though. Here comes this move on Sargent. Sargent's going to defend the inside completely. We actually made contact with Sargent. We broke our front wing completely. I don't know what happened there. We'll take a look to see what happened. I thought I had enough room. I guess that was my mistake. Completely ran into Sargent's tire. I thought I had enough cards width, but I guess not. So we keep going. Broken front wing. It's not that bad of damage, obviously, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're gonna have a lot of understeer though, obviously, but well, he's kind of gone from bad to worse, and this weekend has already been pretty much shafted. But this high-speed corner really gonna feel the understeer, but we don't feel too much, thankfully. So we keep going. Tsunoda, Perez, Hulkenberg, and Bottas are our next targets. Then we got the Mercedes, and we also got Magnussen. We sent one down the inside on Yuki Tsunoda. Pretty nice move, I'd say. Obviously, he's on the hard tire, but we got to use up these softs all we can because, again, the softs are going to fall off like a rock on lap 33, so we have to use up the best we can on the soft tires. And Perez is up next, and this is going to be a pretty difficult spot. That Red Bull is pretty quick in the straight line. It's got good DRS. It's got a good engine. Everything is just good about a Red Bull. So it's never going to be easy, but it says Sergio Perez after all. So we sent one down the inside completely, and we give him enough. He gives us cars width, and we went for it. We lick the stamp, we send it, and we go ahead and we push towards Nico Hulkenberg and Valtteri Bottas. They're up there in P13 and P12, but then the fight is going to be between Magnussen and Russell. So we're really going to be feeling it now, but they got DRS now. Hulkenberg is charging. We have enough energy to use, so we should be able to get around them. But again, the Haas has got such a good engine, and you can see, look at that speed that he's got in the straight. We're dumping overtake. We can't even get close. That's the perks of having a weak engine. Well, we sent one completely. That was a little bit naughty there. We lock up the front end. And what a defense by him, I guess you could say. But yeah, Bottas is burning. And he is... We try to burn, but we can't even burn that much energy because we got no pace. And we got a horrible engine and a horrible straight line speed that we're really feeling it. But last up at the Grand Prix now, we got around Hulkenberg, we got around Perez, but it's not going to be close enough. It's going to be P13, unfortunately. Just where we finished in Canada, the lows of where we've been really struggling a lot these past few weekends. I think after Monaco, we've really fallen off like a cliff. As we start the triple header, it's not looking good. It's going to be a P13 finish. Really, really, really horrible weekend.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
And they led every single lap of the race. It was a nice to flag victory, and that is total dominance.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they secured here.
And there's your winner. Max Verstappen wins the Spanish Grand Prix. He gets ahead of Charles Leclerc, and I believe that is Fernando Alonso. So the home hero. Is that Leclerc? I swear that looked like Leclerc. But yeah, Verstappen wins, and well, good for him. And I guess no, that was Sainz. Okay, so the Spanish podium and Verstappen. So I completely thought that was Leclerc for a minute. But yeah, congratulations those three. But on my side, yeah, the struggle continues this weekend, and well, we're not really feeling it. And again, I just got nothing, and we can't do straight line speed because, well, we have to unlock more downforce on the front and the rear. So I don't know what to do anymore. I just don't know. Like, I honestly just don't know. I try to develop, but every time I try to put in development, it just doesn't work. So yeah, I've gone from bad to worse, I guess you could say, in the span of a couple of weekends. But yeah, there is take a look at the standings. Well, P9, not great. Hamilton gets a P4 though, so good for him. And Russell gets a P9. So, well, it's not a good result for Hamilton considering that we are fighting Hamilton in the championship. But yeah, really a struggle this weekend. And as we approach Austria, hopefully it's a lot better. Austria is one of my better circuits as well, so hopefully for a better weekend. But yeah, completely horrible strategy on my side. I should have went to the medium. I should have went soft to medium, but I just didn't believe in the. I didn't believe in the soft tire at the start. But yeah, that's all I got in today's video, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this video. As I'm recording this, happy 4th of July if you're from America. But that's all I got for today, and I'll see y'all in the next one.